Now, I want to talk today about a part of favor that sometimes is easy to skip over. It's not maybe very popular to talk about this part of favor. But favor doesn't mean that everything's going to be easy in our life. Favor doesn't mean that you're going to be trouble-free, okay? That's not what it means. Remember last week we talked about Mary and she was highly favored by God? Remember Mary, the angel came and said, you have found favor with God. Well, you would think, well, if I'm highly favored, man, my life should be pretty trouble-free and easy, but that was far from the truth for Mary. She paid dearly for that favor. Think about what it cost her. Think about her reputation, because there was nobody that was going to believe her. I mean, Joseph wouldn't have believed her if it had not been for the angelic dream that he had when the angel came to him. And Joseph believed her. I bet Zachariah and Elizabeth believed her, and I bet that was about it. Because this had never happened before. What? It's never happened since. Just think if your teenager came home and told you, I'm pregnant and the daddy's God. You'd be like, what? So think about what Mary went through. And that whole town of Nazareth, they were just a bunch of gossips. They all knew everybody's business, and they were talking, did you hear what happened to Mary? Yeah, Mary, she says the daddy's God. And Joseph's going along with the whole thing. Well, of course he would go along with the whole thing. He doesn't want to get in trouble. Right? Oy vey. They're just carrying on. And then she's pregnant 9 months on the back of a donkey, going to Bethlehem to give birth in a dirty old stable. I mean, there was no baby showers, no birthing suites, and no epidurals, for crying out loud. I mean, that was not easy. Sometimes favor isn't fun. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's a lot of work. Think about Noah. Noah found favor in the eyes of God. But that favor led him to have to build a boat for, scholars believe, about 100 years it took him to build the ark. 100 years? What? That's a lot of work. And people were asking him all sorts of, even his own wife and kids were like, why, Noah, why are we doing this? It's been 38 years. Why are we, just think about it. And we can look at this and go, well, yeah, Todd, but it was well worth it. I mean, in the end, he found life. His family found life because of that favor. So, man, that was well worth it. But see, we know the end of the story. Noah didn't know for sure the end of the story. All he could see was that one day that he was living. All he could hear were the jeers and the questions that were rumbling around in his own heart and mind, right? But we know there is more to the story.